Good morning, friends. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back for academics. So all of you are enjoying in the house. I think it's a better opportunity for you to learn without any strain, without coming to college, without sitting at one place. Okay, so it's a request is my request is to avail this opportunity, to not to waste your time and to improve your score. Right. So hope you remember me. It is Rajeshwari. For this semester, I am going to deal grid and cloud computing for you. Okay. So before starting our course, that is grid and cloud computing, I want to introduce the remaining subjects also, the importance of this subject, and which subject is very easy, on which subject you have to concentrate more. We have to do this. So first one, the management science. As a student, you used to manage a lot of things in college. How to bunk, okay, how to manage your time by coming late, how to submit the records, how to escape from the Viva voice. So all these are very manageable issues to you. So like this also, how the companies are going to manage to get good profits for their benefits. Okay, so this is done by using management science subject. Okay, next subject is grid and cloud computing, our subject. See, we are going to use internet. We can't imagine our life without internet, right? The mobiles, TV, everything, automobiles, whatever you're going to use, electronic devices, connectivity devices, internet. So all these comes under as one of the part of grid and cloud computing. How to manage your Gmail accounts, how you're going to use your drive, how can you store your large of folders, textbooks, etc. in your Google Drive without losing from even n number of years. Okay, it's a very big question, right? So in this subject, we used to learn only 10% of total secret hidden behind your subject, behind your all the secrets. Means how you going to how the companies are maintaining this subject, these concepts. So this is going to deal in this subject. Next, information security. Very important issue nowadays. Nowadays, even a small app is installed in your mobile device, we have to verify whether it is secure or not. Right. So the lot of algorithms are running behind our screen to give more security for our lot of internet concepts. So in this subject, a lot of algorithms are going to discuss with you, explore to you about the knowledge of algorithms and their importance and the security. Okay. In the next, that is MAD. So we used to love a lot of apps, especially at your age, these gaming apps, right? So how to create these apps, what is the software behind that, how to write a program, how to manage these apps, how can be helpful for us for our connectivity. So all these are dealing in this MAD subject. Next, SWA. There is a software architecture, very important one. So because a lot of modules are connecting from one to another to get a better service in terms of one software or the tool or package. Okay, so all this connectivity, it comes at one place, that is SWA. And finally, SPM. For example, if you are going to be team leader for any project, how you are going to be manage your team? That's very important. In order to fulfill your project or completion of your project, what is your role? How the project is going to deal? How you are going to deliver end product to the customer? Right? It's a very important issues in our daily life, because if you verify everything related to computers are nothing but the projects only. Right? So in all the subject, I want to give some ranking from easy to hard. Okay, means you have to show some effort to you, not hard. I can say nothing is impossible, nothing is hard. Based upon your interest and your effort, you give some result, right? So in this very easy subject is I think SWA, first rank. Second rank is for management science. Third rank is for software project management. Fourth rank is for grid and cloud computing. Fifth rank is for MAD, and sixth rank is for INS. So in my words, what I want to convey is you have to show some effort on information security subject. That's it. So remaining subjects are very easy, ma. So you are lucky enough for this semester. So try to concentrate from the beginning. Try to memorize the headings, diagrams from the beginning. Okay, if you are able to inculcate the concept in your mind, you can present well in your examination. That's a very secret. Okay, hope you understood. Right, now coming to our subject. So I repeat, our subject is grid and cloud computing. Very easy subject it is. We have some lot of architectures. We have to remember that. That's enough for us. Okay. So basically, before starting our syllabus, from tomorrow we will start the syllabus, ma. For today, I am going to give introduction about the subject, the syllabus, the units we have. Okay. What is a grid, what is a cloud, and what is a grid and cloud computing, etc. etc. So the main theme of this BTech course is to get a technical degree so that you are going to be expert in every aspect in the market, so that you give some valuable service to the society. That's the main objective of your program, that is a BTech. So in order to fulfill your program, that is BTech, we have used to university. The university under which you are going to getting a graduate degree, going to introduce a lot of courses for you, right? So every course has some objective. Without any meaning or without any objective, the university will not introduce any course for your curriculum, right? So like this also, what is the main objective of this course is, see, first one, so should be made, the theme of the university is the student should be made to verify. First one is the solving large scale scientific problems. Large scale scientific problem is, what is scientific problems? The calculations, computations, right? Large scale means any number of computers can be able to execute with connectivity without any intervention in the service. That is the main theme of this course. Okay, so how you are going to get that? We know how you are going to get the service, ma? By using clouds. Lot of companies are striving to give better cloud without any intervention in the service. Okay, so in this we are going to get the information about these large scale computation objectives, which can be useful in the machine learning today. The next one is a virtualization. See, for example, we have only 1000 rupees with you. How can you manage your 1000 rupees for total daily activities? Right, for example, I have to manage 1000 rupees for 1 week. So obviously you have to plan for that. 100 rupees for snacks, 100 rupees for breakfast, 100 rupees for something other activities you want to involve. Okay, see, with 1000 rupees you have to manage all things effectively without wasting a single paisa, right? So like this also, as a lot of computers are connected at one place, they used to give some efficient result. Okay, how this efficient result will give to you in terms of using of every resource of a computer. No computer should be idle enough. No computer should wastage its processing power. Okay, if it is so, automatically the efficiency will give uphand. Okay, but how? Who will manage all this? Who will identify the idle system? Who will identify the processing capacity? So this is a word comes into scene for this concept called as virtualization. So virtualization is a one having 1 MB of memory but managing 10 MB of processing. Right? How are you going to do? No system is going to be idle at any time. Okay? So how this is going to done? We are going to learn in the next concepts. Next one is how to program. See, we can't develop automatically as a single step in your computers, right? So we used to develop a lot of applications, write a lot of programs by using a lot of languages to get a packages, tools, etc. etc. Right? So what is a programming secret? What is the programming language you are going to use for this subject? So that you are going to be connected with any computer at anywhere. You are going to store your data at anywhere. You are going to execute your program from anywhere, sitting at your place only. Okay, that is the motto of this concept, right? So in this we are going to learn what is the programming methodology we are going to use, what are the tools using for this concept, right, ma? Next one, and the last one is, so our objective, nothing but the JNTU Anantapur objective for this course is to give the security. See, if a lot of people are connecting it by using internet, automatically we should take care of our security, right? See, if you are not at all bothering your security, means your data in terms of your money also is going to lost. So further, the company provider will take care of all your security issues, right? So how they are going to give security issues is going to dealing in this subject. So these are the basic course objectives provided by JNTU Anantapur. So finally, next. So the objective of the university is those 4 factors, but what are the outcomes of this course? At the end of the semester, after learning lot of chapters for 5 months of duration, what is the outcome of this subject? We have to verify that one. See, the student should be able to, at the end of the course, he is able to develop the security models. He used to implement the security models for your data, connectivity, okay, and use the grid and cloud computing toolkits. Means we have a 2 to 3 toolkits. If you're going to use a lab also, in this we have 5 to 6 tools in the labs. Okay, if you're able to practice that, it's a very useful to manage your data. Okay, next, virtualization. So I discussed about the virtualization few minutes back. So with this you can do some virtualization, and finally the large scale scientific problems you can solve. So these are the things we learn in the objective. That objectives are going to be satisfied in terms of outcomes. When we have a big question for them. When? If you are able to learn, if you are able to understood, if you are able to practice, if you are able to present, right? If you want to do all this, automatically the outcomes are going to be fulfilled by you, and the university also will feel happy in terms of your results along the management, right ma? So all the best for your course. So what are the topics in this? Means in terms of total course, the university divided whatever you want to introduce as a subject for this semester in terms of 5 units ma. The first unit is the introduction. Obviously a lot of introduction is there, lot of terms we have to remember, lot of architectures we have to learn. Okay, next, grid services. So later we are going to start the grid service. What is a grid? I will tell you shortly. Next, virtualization. Explain that. What is the programming model? What is the model we have to use to program your components to connectivity so that you could get the service. And finally, how the security is going to provide by using this grids. Okay. So in the first unit, these are the topics. I don't want to learn for you. Automatically you are going to get the information in a very short period of time in terms of different classes. Okay. So in this chapter we have 8 topics. First one is what about the internet scalability. Next one is network connectivity, how the computers are connected, okay, how the grid is going to form, how the cloud is going to form, how the service is going to give by using cloud, and what are the standards we have to use for cloud computing. Finally, what are the elements of the grid. So these are things we have to do for our concept, right? Okay. Now, as the introductory part, I want to introduce what is a grid. First of all, hope you all remember about the grid. What is a grid, ma? It is nothing but this scale square in terms of horizontal vertical lines. What is representation? Nothing but connectivity of lot of lines. So one line is connected to another, one horizontal line is connected to another vertical line. So there is a 1 point for that. Okay, so like this, lot of lines are connected, so that connectivity is going to form very strongly. One can be communicate with any other. Nothing but. See, what is a grid? It is a network of lines that cross each other to form a series of squares or rectangles. This is like one example for the grid. These are all the connecting points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lot of connecting points there. What is the use of this connectivity? So that they can discharge their storage capability, processing capabilities, so that the user can store and process the data. Okay, now so I want to show one example for your grid map. So the theme of this grid came from actually Power Grid managed by electrical department from any government. See, if you see the picture, in this picture, in order to get some service by the power plant, okay, give some service by the power plant and get some service to the house, we have a lot of connectivity between the towers. So these are all the high transmission lines. From this, the power substation will get the power from this power plant. Later, setup transformer means they will distribute the power in terms of different power poles, so that the different poles are established to different areas in the total city or town, so that by using this poles connectivity, we will get the power in terms of house. Okay, so this is a motivation for our grid. Here also lot of computers are connected one each other and lot of devices are connected with each other, not only computers, so that you will get your computation in easy manner. Right. Now what is a cloud? The cloud means, say repeating that the grid is a connection of computers. It will take care of how to connect different computers. But it is the question now, what is the use of this connectivity? See, for example, if you are able to understand the importance of a family, every family contains the grandparents, our parents and you. So everyone is going to playing a role, so that the family is going to be very, very happy, right? The brother is going to play a role, sister, mother, father, everyone, they have own roles. Okay, so like that, if the grid is not good enough, automatically the family will collapse. So like this also, the cloud make use of this family. See, for a good family, what is the outcome? Well settlement. If you have a good family, you will get the well settlement only, right? So like this, the cloud will use of your grid. Okay, the cloud will use of this grid. So the family are connected with a lot of relations and a lot of good things. Automatically, the cloud also connected in terms of servers. Okay, those servers are connected in terms of the internet, in terms of softwares, so that they can distribute and give service to you. Right? See, cloud servers are located in data centers all over the world. Anywhere they can locate, anywhere they are ready to give the service to you. Right? Now, so what is the grid and cloud computing finally? We learn about the grid, we learn about the cloud. Then what is the grid computing, what is the cloud computing? Processing. Grid computing is the use of widely distributed computing resources to reach a common goal. We have to communicate with each other, means we have to connect lot of devices without any intervention in the service. First we have to take care of that connectivity. Okay, if the connectivity is going to better, automatically the cloud is ready to give a service toward the clock for you. Means at any point of time it will not break any service to you. See, so cloud computing is a practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage and process your data, rather than a local server or personal computer. So with your single computer, you will not able to get your service. In a single computer, you will not able to communicate with the internet. Okay, without internet, just imagine, it's out of coverage area, right? Sorry. Okay, so like this also, without cloud and grid computing, it's out of coverage area. To imagine present scenario in terms of connectivity, in terms of networks. Okay, right, ma. So this is the difference between grid and cloud computing. I will explain in the next class. Okay, so for today it is enough for you. Take care. Tomorrow we will meet again. Till then, have a nice day. Bye.